You're in high school and it's the last day of second semester. Summer is in the air, so why not go celebrate with some friends at a pool party? Well, a cop just might happen to show up, detain and handcuff innocent bystanders, and even draw his pistol on a teenage girl crying desperately for her mother. This, of course, is the amazing series of events that unfolded in McKinney, Texas last Friday afternoon. And Brandon Brooks, the 14-year-old student who posted the viral encounter to YouTube, joins me now. Brandon, start from the beginning of your story and tell viewers what exactly transpired.
Well, it started out just as a pool party that I heard about on Twitter, and it was the last day of school, and me and my friends had just gotten off the bus. So we headed over there, and there was a decent amount of people, and the security guards seemed to have a problem when me and all my friends were trying to get through the door, and they were saying oh, you don't live in this neighborhood, what's your address or whatever. And most of them did live in the neighborhood. And so after that, we all got in the pool eventually, and the security guard just kept on having problems with us over the silliest thing. They said they were roughhousing too much in the pool, and just crazy stuff like that. The security guard kept on nitpicking at us for basically nothing. So then, I was in the bathroom, and I heard about my friend runs in, and he's like, "Hey, there's a fight outside." So I throw all my stuff in my bag, and I run outside, and the fight was over, and the police pull up, and the cop jumps out of his car, and the parents started screaming at the cops, "You need more cops, there's too many of them." And these kids had nothing to do with it. The mom said, "You need more cops." There was a mom and a kid involved in the fight. So I don't know, I think the mom kind of instigated the situation by saying that. And so the cop showed up, and then the cop just starts running after all these kids and putting them on the ground, putting them in handcuffs, and screaming at them, cursing at them, whatever.
Now, Brandon, in your view, did the officer in question deal with this situation appropriately? If not, what should he have done differently?
Most of the cops were very professional. The one I handed the flashlight back to, he was acting very professional. He was getting the details. He wasn't running around chasing random kids, screaming at them, cursing at them, etc. And yeah, I think that cop who was arresting, putting the kids in handcuffs, I think that guy could have acted a lot better, handled himself more appropriately.
It's sometimes very difficult, Brandon, to portray our emotions through a video. That being said, describe your reaction to when the cop first pulled out his gun. What did you think was going to happen?
That right there, that's when my heart dropped. I was like, oh my God, someone is being shot. And that's when everything got really crazy, and I don't know. That was very shocking to me.
Brandon, according to the story you've told, the officer had no probable cause to legally detain these teenagers. So, do you think there was any element of racial discrimination involved in who the cop targeted?
Yeah, most definitely. Some of the comments on my YouTube video were oh, the cameraman must be white, or cameraman has to be white, because and I was standing in the middle of these hordes of black people, and I was the only one who the cops didn't look at, or who the cops didn't put handcuffs on. And I was basically invisible to the cops. The 911 call was probably described as this black girl beating up this mom, which was actually the other way around. The mom pulled the girl's hair, and I think the cop just got nervous and just started putting every black person on the ground, trying to catch this one girl who was in the fight with the mom, while the mom just stood there and laughed.
Last question, Brandon. After the film stopped rolling, how did your friends react, and what did the neighborhood parents make of the situation?
Well, the parents were mostly oh, they deserved it, or they shouldn't have been in our pool, and the parents were happy that all the kids got put in handcuffs and were getting escorted out of the pool and whatever. And the kids' reaction was mostly like, oh my god, or what's gonna happen? I mean, and most kids were just shocked that their friends were getting handcuffs put on them and thrown on the ground and slung to the ground for no reason at all, other than they were just standing there.
Brandon Brooks, thanks for joining me on Teen Take, and thank you for taking the tools of accountability into your own hands.